Hi, welcome to ArsenalFanTV. Time to preview the game Arsenal versus Bournemouth at the weekend. This is a very important game for Arsenal in that we've been drawing too many games recently. Drew against PSG, drew away to Manchester United, drew with Tottenham, drew with Middlesbrough. Too many draws. We need to start converting that into wins. Also, recently, Arsenal have not really been playing well. I mean, again, against Tottenham, the performance wasn't great. You know, PSG the other night, again, you know, in the second half we picked up, but we just haven't been flying into games like what we did when we dismantled Chelsea earlier on in the season. And some fans have been getting a bit worried, you know, sort of saying, looking on it and saying, yeah, haven't lost, but we've kind of been getting away with one. Now, for me, if we can round off the month of November with a big win over Bournemouth, you'd be able to look back on the month and say, you know what, it's been fairly successful, especially when you compare it to our usual Novembers, because we would have still been unbeaten and we'd have a big win in the league. And I think this is a big opportunity for us. I mean, last season we beat Bournemouth home and away very convincingly, and you know, Bournemouth is a sort of team that at home we should be dispatching of. However, Bournemouth are a decent team who play football. They're managed by Eddie Howe, who many people look on and say this could be the guy that maybe could, you know, take over from Arsene Wenger once he does decide to leave the club. So, and you know, Bournemouth, they play very good football. They pass the ball around. They're not going to be the sort of team that's going to come and try and, you know, lump the ball all over the place and just put like every single body behind the ball. I think they will, of course, have defence in mind, but they will have a go and they will attack. And they've got a decent team. And, you know, they've got decent players in that team that if you don't deal with them, if you don't shackle them, they can hurt you. I mean, looking through their squad, guys like Jordan Ibe, who used to be at Liverpool, Harry Arter, Callum Wilson, who's a very decent striker, at one time even linked with Arsenal. These are guys that can hurt you. Now, of course, one component that's going to be missing from the Bournemouth team is going to be Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere will not be able to play in this game, on loan, of course, from Arsenal, but he won't be able to play in the game. And when you look at it, he's just starting to hit a bit of run of form. He was the man of the match apparently last week in the game against Stoke. He's really been running that midfield for Bournemouth, and you kind of look on it and say to yourself, we could actually do with Jack Wilshere ourselves at the moment in the Arsenal team, because that has been the one area since Santi Cazorla has been missing that really seems to be lacking for Arsenal. We've tried various different people in the midfield, but they just don't seem to have the same effect that Santi has. Santi will get the ball, he'll keep it, he moves it forward. He's very hard to dispossess in the middle of the park, and he really is the guy that makes Arsenal tick. And without him, if you notice, that's when we've had all these draws, because our attacking has just not been as slick, has just not been as quick, and we really have missed, you know, Santi Cazorla. And could really, you think about it, with him being out for this long period of time, Jack Wilshere would have slotted perfectly into, you know, his position. And very interesting to see a lot of the headlines this week saying that Jack Wilshere said that, you know, he wants Arsenal to lose this game. He's a Bournemouth player. And I suppose you've got to respect that at the moment. That's the team he's playing for. That's the dressing room he's in. You know, he wants Bournemouth to do well. You know, and so he wants Bournemouth to win, apparently, is what he said. Listen, I want Arsenal to win this game, and I think it's very important that we win this game. I think another draw would almost seem like a defeat for Arsenal. And Bournemouth are going to be wary of that. They're going to be conscious of that. And I think they're going to, you know, keep it really tight and look to really break on Arsenal and play it on the frustrations of the fans. Because let's face it, every fan's going to be coming there with an expectation that we should win this game. Now, I'm going to give you what I think should be the starting 11 for that game, because it's been one of the problems. A lot of people have been saying, you know, that's where we've been getting it wrong. The formations at Arsenal have not been right for these games. We've all of a sudden slowed down where we was really quick and slick before. So anyway, let me give you my team. Actually wrote on a bit of paper here. It's not even on my computer screen right now. In goal, Petr Cech restored to the goal. He's been playing very well this season. A lot of people were talking about we should go with 3 at the back. All because Chelsea have gone 3 at the back. Everybody now, yeah, let's go 3 at the back. You know, and I suppose we could do that. You could have Mustafi, Koscielny through the middle, and then you could have, say, a Monreal or Gibbs on the other side. So Arsenal could play that formation. But for me, let's stick to what we know for this game. I would go with Jenkinson. I didn't think he did that much wrong in the performances that he's played. Let's have it right. He was very poor in the first half of the game the other night, but he did pick up in the second half. So he's still coming back. We've got to give him the confidence for the place. I go Jenkinson at right back. Mustafi, Koscielny, and then I was thinking maybe Gibbs, because Monreal had a bit of a torrid time recently against pacey players on the wing, which Bournemouth will have those. So I'm going to go Gibbs in there instead of Monreal for this game. Let Monreal get a bit of his form back. Just in front of them, I'd have Granit Xhaka in there. I think it's important now that we get a player in there that's going to move the ball forward, that's going to be putting some passes out to those wingers. So I go Granit Xhaka in there alongside Francis Coquelin. Mesut Ozil, of course, for me, has to start in this game. Out on the wings now, this is the interesting part. I'd have Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he deserves a start. Again, you know, last week when he came on against Manchester United, he literally was the one who, you know, got us, you know, with his trickery down the wing, got us that goal. So I'd have Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in there. On the other wing, I'd have Theo Walcott. I want to go for pace in this game. And down the middle, I would go with Alexis. I'd have Giroud on the bench. I want to have a pacey front three. That is where we had most of our success this season. The other night when Giroud came in, it slowed down a bit. With Ramsey in there, it slowed down a bit. For me, these are guys that we can bring off the bench. Also, Ramsey would be a bit tired from the other night as well. So that would be my formation. What do you guys think? I'm sure a lot of you are going to disagree. Leave your formations in the comments below. Also, I want your predictions for the game. What do you think it's going to be? I fancy us in this game. I'm going to go for Arsenal winning this way. I think we're going to get goals. I really do think we're going to get goals. We've been so subdued in our past few games, but I just got a feeling that this weekend is the weekend where we got to unleash, and I'm going to go by Arsenal winning this game by 3-0. I know a lot of you will be thinking to yourself, well, where are they going to get all that from because of the way we've played recently? But I don't know, I just think that the team's going to be unleashed, or I hope it anyway, it's going to be unleashed this week. So I'm going for Arsenal 3-0. What do you guys think? As I said, leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to us here at ArsenalFanTV. Don't forget to check out our Black Friday sale as well, which is going on the whole weekend. So if you want to get something, a nice Christmas present or something like that, make sure you check out AFTVstore.com. And thanks for watching ArsenalFanTV. It's the Black Friday sale here on ArsenalFanTV. You can get things like this t-shirt here, or even this Mesut Ozil one. All of them reduced for Black Friday throughout the weekend at AFTVstore.com.